You know it's Rose, Laura, Shelley, yeah, RLS, 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 tip top, yo.
Hi guys, welcome to RLS Mix and Twist. I am Lady S. Today, my husband and I will be preparing for you some Jamaican rice and peas with oxtail. Guys, this oxtail was thoroughly washed with vinegar and water, and we're going to season it shortly. And we're soaking 2 cups of red peas over there to go with our oxtail for dinner. Guys, we're now gonna season our oxtail, and we have our seasoning laid out on the counter. So we have 2 teaspoon onion powder, 2 teaspoon garlic powder, 2 teaspoon paprika. We have 1 teaspoon ginger powder, 1 teaspoon cayenne pepper, and half teaspoon of salt. Because when we're cooking it down, we're gonna add soy sauce to it, and that have some salt in it, and we don't want our oxtail to be salty. We have now combined all the seasoning in one bowl, and we're putting it all over our oxtail to get it seasoned properly so that it will soak in, and when you're eating it, you're going to be saying, ooh la la. Here is our oxtail, all seasoned. We're going to place it in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour to get rid of the excess fat. And we're going to show you when it's all done what the oxtail will look like when you do it in the oven. You can also do it on the stove top if you want by frying it, and it will also get rid of the fat and get a nice golden color as well. So it's just your preference, whatever you like. Guys, here is our oven. We're preheating it to 350 degrees, but while it's preheating, we're going to put the oxtail in, and then we're going to put the timer on 1 hour when it reaches 350 degrees. Guys, here is my frying pan. I'm going to add 4 cups of water to it and 20 grain of pimento seed and put it on to boil before adding my oxtail when it's time for it to come out the oven. Water is now in, my 4 cups of water and my 20 grains of pimento seed. Guys, our water is now boiling and the timer is off on our oxtail in the oven. So we're going to take it out and place it inside this pot. Here is our oxtail now. This was in the oven for 1 hour, and now we're going to add it to our pot. I'm just going to take it from the glass container and place them in our pot. See how nicely the color is, guys. And we're just placing them in over here. And you can see we get rid of the excess fat. You can see the oil in the container here. All our meat is now in the frying pan, and we're going to cover it with the lid and give it half an hour and then check back on the texture of it. Our timer is up and it is cooking nicely now. I'm gonna add my combined ketchup, tomato ketchup, soy sauce, and guys, the kick or the twist is my hoisin sauce. Guys, when you combine those 3 ingredients, you're going to get a flavorful, mouth-watering oxtail dish. So I'm going to go ahead and combine all 3 in my glass container and then pour it into my oxtail. Here is my container with all 3. I'm just mixing it around before adding it to our pot. Guys, look at the oxtail now after all those three ingredients have been added. Guys, and it's not just any soy sauce. This is mushroom flavored soy sauce. That give it an extra The lid is now back on, and I'm going to give it another 25 minutes before adding in my scotch bonnet pepper, my thyme, and my diced up onions. Bubble, bubble. The oxtail just a bubble, bubble, bubble. Hey! All my seasoning is now placed in the pot with the oxtail, and I'm gonna turn it to simmer. Guys, look how beautiful it's looking. Purple onion, white onion, our scotch bonnet pepper, and our thyme. I've now reduced the heat and the temperature on low for it to simmer. So we bubble, and now we're simmering. Bubble and simmer, bubble and simmer. The oxtail just done bubble, and now it a simmer. Guys, this is where Jamaica meets China, or natural seasoning, Jamaica seasoning, scotch bonnet pepper, thyme, and our onion meet China's hoisin sauce and mushroom soy sauce. So this is where we would say ni hao meets wataguan. Guys, here is the 2 cups of soup peas in my pot. I'm gonna add 4 cups of water and my ginger, pimento seed, and garlic with my salt. I've now added my garlic, ginger, pimento seeds, and salt. I'm now going to turn on the stove and let the peas cook. Guys, our peas is now bubbling, and it's time to sink the peas. Sink the peas, sink the peas. Lady S, I go sink the peas. I'm going to add 3 cups of water to sink our peas, and then I'm going to add 1 can of coconut milk. Right now adding our coconut milk, and we're going to stir it in and cover the pot. We're going to cover our pot and let the peas cook until it is tender. Guys, I've now added my thyme and my scotch bonnet pepper. This is a whole scotch bonnet pepper. We're not cutting it. We're just putting it in our pot for flavoring purpose. Guys, you can also add scallion and onion to this, but I'm just adding pepper and thyme. I've placed my lid back on my pot, and I'm gonna let it finish cooking until the peas is tender. I'm gonna wash my rice and add it to it. Guys, our peas is now tender, and I've washed my 4 cups of rice, and now I'm adding it to the pot, and I'm gonna stir it in so that everything comes together nicely. We're gonna put the lid back on and leave the rice to cook. Here is our finished Jamaican rice and peas. We're gonna serve it with oxtail and vegetables. Dinner is served. Guys, our Jamaican rice and peas with our oxtail and vegetables. Some cow will be crying today because they don't have a tail, but I'll be smiling because some yummy, sumptuous food is going in my tummy. If you like this video, please don't forget to LSS, like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, eat what you love what you eat.
so by the tick of the clock, RLS I cook non-stop. We ring the food bell when a new video drop. Chime in and just leave a feedback. Yo,